Hello guys, this is Kavash Lakshkar back with the weekend projects. Today I'm going to show you how to repair a dead UPS that is not starting while this pressing button. So let's open this and let's try to see what's the problem and try to diagnose and repair the same. Now let's remove that protective case. You have to take care while removing this protective case in order not to be damaged the UPS. Like slowly you have to remove simply. Yeah. So this is it. So we have a PCB right out here, a battery over here, transformer and true output for 230 or 240 volts AC supply. Let's see the another side of it. Here we have a battery that is rated about 12 volts 7 ampere hours. So let's see what's the problem, why this UPS is not starting, and try to repair. Now if I start this start button, you can see nothing is happening. So the very first step to check whether the battery is alive or not. In order to check this battery, we have to check with the multimeter. So take multimeter and check the rated voltage. So we have a multimeter here, set it to the DC rating and now check whether it is showing some reading or not. On checking the battery part, you can see in the multimeter that is there is a reading of about 13.4 volts. That is mean the battery is in good condition. So now why there is a 13.4 voltage if the voltage rating is 12 volts? Now if you see the rating of the battery, here is something written that is a voltage regulation part. You can see there is a rating of 13.5 to 13.8. So our range is also lying in this, so that means our battery is very good in condition. Now let's see why this UPS is not starting. Before proceeding towards the repair, let's try to understand the basic circuit of a inverter. So here I'm going to show you how a basic inverter works. So here we have a thyristor 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the thyristors which are acting as a switch to the inverter. So now there is a battery that is we have 12 volt that rate this battery around 13.7 volt. That is a DC battery we have. So now in order to understand the working principle of this circuit, we have to think like that. If we fire or if we turn off this thyristor T1 and T4, we will get the positive supply. You can see in the waveform, if the T1 and T4 will supply a gate pulse, that means we will get the output as shown in the waveform. We will have this this is the output when T1 and T4 is fired. Okay, so now if you see in the second half cycle, we have to turn on the T2 and 3T thyristors. Okay, so that is a half cycle. Let's take it T by 2. Now in the second cycle, this T2 and T3 will turn on. So like if we'll take the half cycle over here, in the negative half cycle, this T1, here we have a method of T1 and T4 positive, and for negative cycle we have T2 and T3 right out here. So in this case we have T2 and T3. So on combining these two waveforms, we will get a combined waveform as like this. Okay, So this is what we are getting at the output of the here we have the output. In circuit you can see this, we have a filter circuit in order to filter out any DC component which is feeding into the transformer. This transformer is same as you can see in here in the UPS. This is the step up transformer, the same as in circuit over here, and the above circuit is basically a filter circuit. So now we have a battery output voltage of 13.8 volt of DC over here, AC over here. Okay, so now this transformer is a stepped up transformer that converts it to around 230 to 250 volts of AC, which you can take as output to our computer. In order to get this positive negative and negative positive, try to understand this circuit. For positive half cycle, this T1 and T4 conducts from right this path. Okay, this is the first half cycle. Now for T2 and 3G, this is the negative cycle from here to over here, then back to over here. Okay, this is T2 and this is second part like over here. This is for negative cycle. So in this way we are getting positive negative positive negative, that is in other ways we are getting the AC output. Now let's get to the repair part. This is it. Now we are having a UPS right over here, unscrews these screws also. Let's open this screws also. Okay, so here we have another assembly. So on the first thing we have to check this press button whether it is correct or not. In order to check, let's try to short these two terminals of button. So I will short this wires with this wire, small wire. So take this wire and short over here. You can see on shorting the UPS must start, if not we'll proceed to the second diagnosis. You can see we have heard a beep button, that means the only problem is lie here in the push button. So we have got the situation of why not this UPS is working. So now let's remove this button and try to repair and replace the button. I am turning off the UPS again here. Okay, so now I have turned this UPS over here. And to short circuit this button, just take any wire and touch these two terminals, you will start your UPS. So now let's take this thing out. So the thing is, what we are going to tell you is, this is the dead button, so I will replace that button with the new one I have taken. So in this case I will not replace this button, but I will take as a extension towards the outside of the UPS, such that it is more easy to turn on the UPS in new case. So let's take these two wire as output. So I'm going to solder with soldering iron. Solder the first wire over here. And take the second wire over here. So we are done with the soldering part. So here we have two terminal of same wire. Check whether there is not any short. Okay, so now on touching those two wires, the UPS must start. You can see the UPS is just in start position. Now let's pack this UPS, and after that we will solder the button. Let's turn off the UPS once again. So this is it, internal parts. Now once again I'm just packing up. So now let's screw once again. Just four thyristor we have discussed are here, one second and two on other side. These are the output for 230 volt AC and the basic circuit. This is a very heavy in weight because this of battery and transformer. Now let's pack this UPS and see the next part of soldering the button. So you have to solder sample. Okay, pack that up. Take these wires at corner over here. Okay, yeah. So here we have. Okay. Once again, you can check our UPS is turning on or not. Yes, our circuit is correct. So once again, turn off the UPS. So now pack this UPS and we will solder the button. Okay, so here with you. So now we are going to solder this button over here and we'll place here, stitch it here, and then we'll try the final test of this UPS. So pull these legs a little bit. Now time to solder the things. Applying glue so that the button will stay in its place. Yeah, so this is it. So finally we have attached a direct button towards at the top of the UPS. So now let's check whether UPS turned on or not. So you can, after getting the P button, you can see our UPS is just turned on. And also now check the output rated AC voltage. So turn on the multimeter and now let's see what is the rating of the output voltage we are having. So just put in the wire here and see. So we are getting around 200 volts of AC, that is enough to operate a computer. So in this way we have get the output rated voltage. Now let's turn off the switch. Okay, now so we have successfully repaired our UPS. Hope you like my video. If so, please don't forget to press a like button. Please share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.